everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. We have a couple of teams who come off losses just 1 week ago and now want to flip things back in a positive direction. It's the Cardinals going up against the Texans.
Larry, they broke ground on this place in the year 2000, opened it in August of 2002, and it's been the home of this franchise ever since. Welcome to NRG Stadium in Houston. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Arizona Cardinals and the Houston Texans. This is Marlon Mack, the rookie from South Florida. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here.
When a linebacker is able to sit at the second level and see things develop in front of him, as soon as he got a hint that the quarterback was checking it down, he just made a beeline directly for the receiver and ended up making the play.
On third down, that's Mack. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only are they controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the second and the third levels. You know, get to the linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. Throwing, Winston. Dancing to his left. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of. Otherwise, he was going to get sacked.
On third down, Winston. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. He'll wind up being stopped for no gain, and it'll lead to a fourth down.
Well, the stats that matter on this play don't help a team very much unless, of course, you're playing defense.
If you're getting points per reception, you got a reception, but no yardage. Great job by the defense, though. They read through that one.
They read through it, gave up no yardage, and people got credit for tackles. Pretty good deal.
Okay, look at this. The punt team nowhere to be found. They're on the sidelines. Offense going to go for this on the opening drive. They'll run it now out of the gun. And, boy, this is going to be close. That mark looks a little short, and he didn't get there. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game, and the Texans take over an excellent field position. First down, Bradford. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Brian Arakpo coming in from that outside linebacker spot. He gets him down for a loss of 5. So the defense has put them in a tough spot. It's second and long. The play fake. Bradford. And his throw is incomplete. He was trying to get it to D'Angelo Williams. And that'll make it third down.
Used to have a coach who used to tell us all the time, those scouting reports aren't just to use up paper, guys. Well, nowadays, you know, we're watching a computer screen, right? They scouted this team very well. Know that they like to use the running backs in the passing game. They covered that play successfully.
Third and long for Bradford. Trying to lay one up deep. Got a man that's caught at the 6-yard line. And he takes it down deep into Arizona territory. It's Johnny Hecker now, an All-Pro 3 of the last 4 years on to punt, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And the fair catch is taken at about the 13-yard line here. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. They begin the drive on the ground with Mack. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
2nd down, Winston. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And they'll get him down here at the 23. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. Fresh set of downs here. Possible run anticipation. Here's the D-line sandwiches together. They'll run with Mack. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
While we know that the identity of this offense is to throw the ball, they've got to run it every so often, if for no other reason than to tamp down the pass rush. They can't let them just tee off and get to their quarterback.
Staying on the ground with Mack. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. Jameis to throw it. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
It's a great job by this secondary. When I watch them, they remind me of elite defenders on a basketball court, right? They want to contest each and every pass.
Great contest on 3rd down to bring up 4th. On is the punter, Cook, who sends it away. Returnable for Lockett. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And the Texans take possession. An update from around the league as our first one comes from New Orleans. And it's an early lead there for the Saints. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. Now a carry for the veteran. This is D'Angelo Williams. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. Play action now. Bradford under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and it's Texans football as we get going in quarter number 2. They do, however, have a tough 3rd and long coming up. And the offense now will try to regroup after the sack on 2nd down. Throwing on 3rd and long. Bradford. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And he can't quite intercept it. Zone coverage, free safety was there. Couldn't come up with it, and now it's 4th down.
Well, we quit counting yardage on that one, didn't we? That was truly 3rd and a mile, wasn't it?
It was. I thought they might just go underneath, but they didn't. They wanted to get the first down there.
Yeah, they tried to pick up the huge chunk unsuccessfully. I'm with you. I would have tried to take some yardage just to gain some field position.
On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away. This is taken at the 18. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 35. Now, a nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. While we have a minute, we remind you that later tonight we'll have a couple of NFC East rivals squaring off, the Eagles and the Cowboys from Big D.
Or Arlington. Got to make sure we get it right.
To be more precise there in the Metroplex. Then tomorrow night, Week 11, we'll wrap up with a playoff rematch from the divisional round a year ago, the Falcons and Seahawks, but this time from Seattle. Jameis on second down. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
The Cardinals on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. From the gun, Winston. 5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a 4th down situation.
And, partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's 3rd down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the 1st down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
They're indeed going. It's Winston. They'll roll him out right. And it is incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Texans take over an excellent field position. Now the Texans offense, they head back out to do battle here. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet. But right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals. All right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least... And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
This Cardinals pass rush in 2016 got home 48 times. That's a pretty good number.
A very good number. Led the league. Is it just because the dudes that they had or the scheme or both or what?
It's always the dudes first, but their scheme, attacking, pressure, they'll continue to pile up the sacks.
He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. A big one there for the Texans, 18 yards. First down throw for Bradford. And he checks this one down to Williams. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. D'Angelo Williams, his 2nd touchdown on the season. Then the Texans are in for 6. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking, beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the number 1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're number 1 in their conference.
Play fake. Winston. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
The game plan for any defense is finding ways to make a quarterback uncomfortable in the pocket. When you bring pressure from all angles, you never know who's going to get home. In this case, the left cornerback, right in the face of him, puts him down.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. 3rd and long for Winston. He's going to float this over the middle deep. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up 4th down. Here's Sam Cook now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Now it's Lockett. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And the Texans set to come onto the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. On 2nd down, Williams. And he's got room. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 16 yards on that one, and also a Texan 1st down.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary.
Touchdown, Houston! Chris Conley hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season, and the Texans will add on to their lead.
Partner, remember that old film of Peyton Manning going through the route tree with his great receivers in Indianapolis? I think we're seeing the results of the same type of work here today. These guys know each other so well, they don't even have to call the play. They can just look at each other and know the route that's going to be run, and usually the connection is perfect.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. And the Cardinals getting set to trot out there now. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. And now the Texans are going to stop it as they signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Winston now. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So erase the flag. They decline it.
And did they use the big eraser, or was that the one at the end of the number 2 pencil?
Well, I was thinking the 2x2-inch ones that you can buy and use in addition to the pencil.
And those last forever.
A long time.
No doubt.
The Cardinals on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. Off the play fake. Winston. Flush to his right. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. They'll run it now out of the gun. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Jameis now on 1st down.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction. Well, one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the free safety, Eric Berry. And some room to work. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. And he will have a touchdown. Another all-pro play by the all-pro Eric Berry. What makes this guy so good at reading defenses is making pick-six plays like that.
But we know he's fantastic athletically, can cover sideline to sideline, end zone to end zone. But he does make educated guesses. Great film study, observation during a game. And when he decides to go after it, it usually turns out right.
He had a pair of pick-sixes in 2016 and a very memorable pick-two against the Falcons. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Final play of the half here. Winston. He'll find Thielen work in the middle. And a big collision there as he winds up flat on his back. Now, never mind, Larry. Forget your halftime report. Apparently, we are set for the third quarter of action already. That'll be taken in the end zone. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Throwing, Bradford looking left sideline, but it's incomplete. Mike Wallace, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd and short.
Let's face it, perfection is something we all chase, whether it's playing this game or whatever we do. Hard to attain, but that's what there was.
Pressure comes, and the Cardinals bring him down. Muhammad Wilkerson in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that'll lead to a 4th down. Here's Johnny Hecker now as he's on to punt for Houston. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this one goes angling out of bounds, and it will be spotted inside the 30-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance really to set the tone here in quarter 3.
They can really take charge, can't they? And this is probably how it was drawn up at the half. I think we can go inside the locker room, all right? And I think we would see up on the grease boards, stop them defensively, get the ball back for the offense, and let's go downfield and score. Seems simple, right? The last part, we have to find out if that's going to happen. But the first part worked to perfection. Did exactly what they wanted, and now their offense has to pay it off.
See if they can get the latter 50%. For a big guy, Jameis sure can move. Did a nice job there picking up the first down with his legs. He is tough to bring down, Jameis Winston. Yeah, Charles, I remember calling a baseball game of his. He played baseball at Florida State, too, and you saw his legs, tree trunks sprayed in to those baseball pants. I said, how could anybody bring this guy down?
And that's part of the beauty of his game, because he has that toughness, that thick body. He may not beat you sprinting, but he's real sharp with his mind, and he knows how to get away from people.
A huge play there for Arizona. 47 yards. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. From the shotgun, it's Winston. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Roy Miller in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. Now a 2nd down throw for Winston. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Really nice gain on the completion. However, still 3rd and goal that they face now. Big play here. 3rd down and goal from the 2. What a stand so far defensively. And now that's going to bring up a 4th and goal.
Another stop on 3rd down, and this defense still hasn't allowed a touchdown to this point.
Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Winston steps away to his left. And he's going to be swallowed up and taken down. Sacked back at the 5-yard line. Lawrence Guy able to collapse the pocket and drop him for a loss of a yard. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back on the field here.
Well, they're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here.
They run it again with Williams. And he'll take this up to about the 7 or 8 yard line. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
On 3rd down, here's Williams. And he'll lose yardage and be down at the 7-yard line. And now here's a timeout defensively coming from the Cardinals. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Here's Johnny Hacker now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. That's pulled in at the 32. And he is out of bounds, just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Might have needed just one more block. As it stands, 37-yard return. And the Cardinals, great field position to start this drive as they take over 1st and 10. Winston now to throw on 1st down. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. That's now a 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the veteran Brian Arakpo. And they will score. It's a pick 6 for the Cardinals touchdown. Short throw pick 6 right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. Again, it's Williams. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Here's Bradford. It's caught. It's Barnage over the middle. And he takes this one just shy of midfield all the way to the 49. And a nice gain at 21 yards. It's the Texans in control of the football and leading this game as well as we start the fourth. Now the offense lining up 1st and 10. Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. And he'll get across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. A gain of 3, second down. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down? And in this situation with the lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And he's going to be met at about the 43. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the first down. Close it out.
Now Bradford on 4th down. He's got his man. It's Williams. 9 yards on the pickup, and that'll be good for a Houston first. Well, we looked at each other in surprise going for it on 4th down in the 4th quarter with a lead, but hey, you get it as a coach, you look like a genius.
So the next time we see Coach, he's going to say, well, that's why I coach and that's why you guys talk up there, right? He had the guts to go ahead and go for it, and it paid off.
Booker on 1st down. And, a good hit there and knocked down hard. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they're under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Brian Arakpo in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. In search of something here after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Bradford getting his guys ready. And they're going to go soft on the corners. Now Bradford. He sets to fire deep. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by Rasul Douglas, the rookie from West Virginia. Well, they're not making it easy on themselves here down the stretch. 2 picks now in the 4th quarter, trying to hang on to that lead.
Talk about keeping someone in the game. Instead of being able to shut the door, it's still cracked open because they can come back on you now. The only people really happy about those picks, any fantasy team that has this defense.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. So the incomplete pass brings up second down. Working out of the gun, Winston. And he hits Jason Witten, the tight end. And he's going to get this one all the way up past the 20-yard line. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Now Winston, flushed out right. And he'll find Thielen on the right side. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. A good pick up there, 26 yards. They go play action here on first down. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by the veteran Leotis McKelvin. And look out, I think he's going to go. And they will score a pick six for the Texans TD. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. The Cardinals offense now works their way back onto the field. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily that you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Second down following the incompletion. Jameis to throw it. And he fires one incomplete. Trying to get that one to his running back, Marlon Mack. Third down here. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
And they'll get 14 yards out of it and a fresh set of downs. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down. So second and 10 here. On play action, Winston. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Khalil Mack in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. The Cardinals on third down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This will be third and forever. To throw, Winston. And he's going to go down again. Khalil Mack. He's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And the pressure gets to him again. Lawrence Guy in there to get him his second sack now of the afternoon. And here comes the Texans now. They take over with great field position. They've got the big lead. Most would say they should kneel it, but the key word there is should. You never know here.
You never know. That's the exact play that should happen. But some people like stats. Some people like to put more things up on the board, but kneel down is usually the right play here.
We'll see what they do in this situation. Unable to connect on the first down pass play. Now it's second down. Throwing here, Bradford. This will be caught at about the 6. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. The catch good for 6 yards, but now it's 3rd and goal.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage. So this is what happens when you throw interceptions. That confident veneer that you have gets shifted away a little bit. Maybe a little bit gun-shy throwing it around.
Yeah, underthrowing him there, and you're right. Those interceptions may be in the back of his mind. And they're going to go for this thing. They're not going to leave anything to chance. They're going to roll the dice on 4th and goal. To the air again with Bradford. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by the All-Pro, Navarro Bowman. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Following the interception, Winston. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
Trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the veteran Leonis McKelvin. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. Chris Conley, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Bradford, wow, he's going to throw. And he's caught. Touchdown, Texans. Chris Conley with touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year. And the Texans use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. And the lead will grow by 1 more. Is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men.
Even after that big-time return, it's not looking great for them today. But if nothing else, even if the miracle doesn't happen, they can turn to this play and say, hey, we can move forward. Maybe it's a building block for the rest of the season.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Khalil Mack in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks.
The pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Khalil Mack in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. 3rd and long for Winston. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their 2nd, as he'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. And now here comes their final timeout as they take it with 8 ticks remaining.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Second down, Winston. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. Touchdown, Cardinals. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Cardinals get a bit closer. On the NFL scoreboard, 4th quarter now at Soldier Field. Now you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken in the end zone. Well, a little drama there at the end, but really this thing was already decided. The late points get scored, and then it ends on the kickoff.
And I'm right now.